Let's look at a hexagon. Here's a hexagon, single space. These are the angles, and this is how space works. It must work this way because it's the only way it's fair, pinpointing corner to corner in squares. These are squares. We're not writing in diamonds. We're writing in squares, okay? Now, diamonds take up two spaces because it takes up below the diamond and above. Otherwise, it's inside the diamond, and it has four free corners that is shared by the next space, just like this hexagon. Inside this hexagon, if you notice, it's one level, it's two levels, and it's three levels, okay? And this is what it ends up doing at the end. One level, two levels, three levels. And this is the design that it'll do. You see the way it goes down and up and down again? And then at the bottom, single space, single space. Here's a double space, so I have to go here. And here's the single space, so I go here. I'm going to take this one away. See, when it's on an angle, what happens? I have to use up the whole space. So this is what this looks like. It's threefold, one fold, two fold, three folds. If I would do it this way and open it up 2 by 1, okay, 2 by 1 or 2 by 2, okay, what happens is I can now create a diamond point. I can now create a diamond point. But with a single design, which is now lost over colors, in a single design, here's your single design hexagon. See the single design hexagon? See what this does to it? See the distortion because of this design? It's one big distortion. So we now know that Superman, this is only created if we have a space of 2 by 1. What will happen, okay, in this area here is they'll both crisscross over each other and meeting at a half space. Now, if we meet at a half space, okay, what I want to show you about half space is these cut corners, okay? Over here, okay, this space and this space is chopped off over here. This space and this space is chopped off over here, and this space and this space. 3 identical pieces fit here. Inside of here, it becomes pieces and parts of alternate squares. And what happens when we break it up to half and half? The center becomes 1, 2, 4, 7. 1, 2, 4, 7. It becomes, because 1 is on the level itself. If you look at the cards, if you look at the dice, 1 is always by itself on top, okay? 1 is always by itself in the center. 1 is always by itself in the center. So we leave it by itself. So we go first row 1, then we go 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to the next row. We go 4. 1 doubles to 4, okay? This one actually should go 8, 9, 10, but I'm doing 7, 8, 9. There are 2 ways to do it. Let's leave it this way. Okay, 1, 4, 7 go together. 2 and 1 come together is 3. 3 and 4 create 7. Anyways, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. When we reduce this, this is what happens to it. Because this gets reduced, this totality, okay, of this triangle is one of these triangles here. Since the hexagon does not have any of this, the hexagon doesn't have any of these numbers here. Splitting up for the center, left and right. 2, 4, 6, 7 numbers, 2, 4, 6, 7 numbers, and 3 plus 1 number in the center. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 numbers total. When we join the next one, we join 1 over 1 or 1 to 1. When we join two things together, I'm not going to hold your hand and you hold my hand in case you crush my hand. So we each hold an object. If we break that object, it is up to us to repair it. It's a pencil. You hold one end, I hold the other one. You can't do anything to me and I can't do anything to you. We have an interceptor. Okay, so if we break this one down, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. This row over here is actually only 5. 4, 6 and 4 average 5, 6 and 4 average 5. This one will only be a 5. 4 and 2 average is 6. 4 and 2 average is 6. This one should say actually 1, 6, 4. But we're going to go with 1, 2, and here is 5. Okay, 5, 2 is Earth. 4 and 1 equals to that 5. That's how we work it out. Then we have 7, 8, and 9. When we bring down the numbers, it ends up to be 1, 19. 19 will switch into a 7. It'll be 4, 7 inside of 19. And then inside of 16, okay, is going to be another 7, one spirit of the half-life. Remember, if you add up 1 all the way to 19, it'll equal to 190. If you add 1 to 16, it'll equal 136. 136 to 190 equals to 54. The number in the sun, 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 the number in the sun. This is the calculation. If we went 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 9 is 63. 133. Here's another piece of the box. We always have to remember that one space, okay, is always going to create an X. That X means within its own. Okay, the X is the greatest diameter on each side. The center point is the crossing, or the yoke, if you want to call it that way, when they twist two drive axles together. Okay, that's what happens to this hexagon. It has no point on the hexagon. If it should have a point, it'll come out like this. If it doesn't have a point, it comes out with a V. Now remember, in Roman numerals, if this was an automatic bringing these two sides together, okay, if this was an automatic, right? The thing is with this, when you have two of them, when I come to a point and make it perfect, okay, and I bring another one to a point and make it perfect, is this the strike or is this the strike? Was this a strike or was this a strike? This movement is boom. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have joined this whole item. This is where we get our V and our X in Roman numerals. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. See that this goes on top of the building. All these numbers disappear. Now we all go down the floors. Like the roulette wheel is 0 and 00 is missing the 0 and 00 letters. Which wouldn't that be the point? Thank you for watching this video.